Hey everyone, JJ from tradingsyndicate.org. Hope you're having a great weekend. My weekend update's a little late, but you'll get it on time for the Globex Open. I think it's only 1:15 in New York. Let's see what we've got here. So for the 22nd of February, going into month end, which is this week, Thursday is month end, Friday's last trading day of the month. Let's go and see what we're looking at. I've got the overnight profiles in with the RTH. I just wanted to show you folks something. We've been above 68.44 for one, two, three, four, five, 6 sessions. And every time we get near 68.44, this market just bids and bids, and then sellers raise price, right? So every time they see buyers, they raise price. Let's see. There is a chunk of supply up here. We call them single prints. You'll see them in the next chart. And we sort of hit that pretty much to the tick as our Friday high. Let's see what happens. Now, this is another weird P-shaped profile. The shorts are trapped under the close of the previous day. Let's move that close up and show you where the Friday close is. It's all the way up here. I would look for a backfill in Globex. Now, normally when markets move up at the end of a day on a Friday, they will kind of try and get cheaper fills lower at night. So all the people who are trapped short, down underneath 68.80, 68.84, they're going to try and hopefully for them, they can get some cheap product in the middle of the night. Let's see. So look for that lower. If that lower doesn't happen and we get accepted above Friday's high, you're looking for 69, 43, 53, and 63. And I'll go and show you where the stops are and stuff like that. That's your swing high up here at 69.94. So let's see what happens. There's a lot of weird back and forth news. AI is going to do this, and these software companies are no longer, or they're on the way out. Let me tell you something. One thing I've learned in watching this larger stuff and putting macro, trying to figure out macro, is let time do the work for you. Maybe let the larger institutions come in and start pushing some size around, and we'll see how these stocks do over time. I'm going to chart those this week. I've got the software as a service sort of chart book that I'm working on. So if you have any requests, DM me, VOPTrader1 at X on X. So it's kind of inventory heavy here, but with that high close on Friday, let's see if we just come back into this cost basis that we've just been going back and forth, between 69.24 and I'd say 68.44, and it's just back and forth. Let's see if that continues. That's kind of indecision, waiting for information. Let us take a look at, let's go dig in for Sunday night. Sunday night, your market profile references, right? So here's our close. These are the lower stops, 69.22, excuse me. And then that point of control is where the cost basis is on Friday. So if we can't get down underneath 69.20, look for that rotation up. But normally, after a high close like this, a market will retrace and allow the people who are short at 13, 11, 8, and underneath that overnight high from Thursday, there'll be some short covering here. So if you are short off the opening and you're looking for inventory to correct back down, there's your sort of destination trade is 69.05, right? And of course, if it gets accepted underneath there, you're looking for 68.88, which is the next half hour low, right? That's where most of the stops are. Now, this is the thing that's kind of interesting. Back from the second, I mean, from the 12th, I'm sorry, there's this huge chunk of supply. This red area, single print on the way down, there is supply here because if we hadn't hit that supply, we would have just continued up and closed up here at 69.60. So if we do get accepted in this big red zone, 69.60, then 74, then 76, and then all the way up here at 69.93-ish. Those are where your upper stops are. So I'm not sure that's going to happen. You take some sort of serious buying. Everyone's always, Sunday nights, everybody looks for a gap down, and who knows, that might happen. If that does happen, if we gap underneath the Friday low, just in case, right? You never know, right? Somebody says something, somebody speaks out of turn, right? There are your lower stops underneath the Friday low, 68.32, 25, and 68.18. Okay, we never got a print at 67.88 and 3/4. We came close, but we actually never got a print there. We stopped short. We stopped short at this level, so we never tested it. Let's see what happens. Trade safe this week, right? Let's go take a look at the cool kids. All right, crab apple back and forth over 261. There's going to be sellers at 66.77. There's some inventory above it. Okay. What else do we have? Amazon just going sideways around $200. It needs to clean up all of these trap longs, right? But we still haven't filled the gap in Amazon, according to this chart, right? So there's still some bids at 195. Okay. Google, still in distribution. Big distribution in Google. As my buddy Addy would say, distribution, right? Big distribution. And looks like the shorts are trapped under this 292 level because that's where the bid was on Friday. If you're ever wondering what creates support, it's usually the bids from trap shorts. Goldman back over 910, Meta 632 to 662 back and forth, kind of in a holding pattern. Microsoft, this one's interesting because I'm looking to see, can it hold 398? I don't know, right? If it takes out 398, you're looking for the 360s, okay, on Mr. Softy. Leather jacket guy, back and forth between 179 and 196. Nice trades in this stock are when the market looks below 179 and comes back up. You buy a little at 180, put your stop at maybe 178, sell a little at 186, and put some orders out at 190, 92. If you don't get a fill, snap out of it, right? Or slap out of it, right? Beautiful trades are the look below and fail because the sell orders that take the market under 179 are complete. The market rotates up. Why not grab a little supply and be a part of that rotation, right? Trade with the size traders, right? That's what they're doing. That's a nice chart. If you're a short seller, I'm a little hesitant on the short, but the look above and fail of 196, if it looks above 196, comes back in, and those offers are there. Now, it took 3 days before it cracked, and you saw anything under 186, but hey, if you're a short seller, consider yourselves, you know, govern yourselves accordingly, right? Palantir back in this big distribution cost basis. It's going to go sideways for a while. Silver too took a little steam out of the market. Gold's hanging in there. Gold's hanging in there. And finally, Muskosaurus here with the Tesla holding 402. I don't really see a trade in this thing just yet. Maybe a look below and fail of 395. Back up to 402, 411, 412. There's going to be sellers here at 422. You could count on that. But right now, the smaller the candles, the slower the business. Wait for a move and then see if we can grab some of it. This is one stock we should have bought more of this. Corning. And ASML. Hanging in there, hanging tough. Oracle, underneath all of that news hype, back to cost basis. Not much going on. Anywho, that's it for me. If you folks want to learn how to trade with some common sense and actually make some money instead of blowing up accounts and struggling, um, come let us teach you how the market works. We charge $19. Give it a shot for a month. Don't eat the Big Mac. Come into our room, right? Not only will your body thank you, but you'll learn something and we'll teach you how to make some money so you can make some money every day, pay your bills, right? Instead of chasing phantom trading strategies, we'll teach you how the business works and you can come and learn how the business works and trade alongside the size traders, right? Instead of getting run over by them all the time, right? Wouldn't that be nice for a change, right? Anywho, I'm JJ. Thank you very much for being with us. Sorry we're putting this out a little late. Actually, I'm putting it out a little late, not we. Uh, Entirely my fault. Have a great week, folks. And remember, folks, okay, if you're a trader and you're struggling to get consistent, we'll teach you in our room one thing. It's not rocket science, it's repetition. It's repetition of good business practices and discipline over and over and over again. And we will teach you that. We'll teach you how to think and act like a trader, like a business person, instead of, you're sitting at the craps table in Vegas. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning, UK time, 2:30 in the morning for my insomniacs on YouTube. I'm VWAP Trader 1. JJ, much love. We appreciate you guys. Bye for now.